Hello Reds, welcome to Old Trafford Daily latest update. Harry Maguire spares Man blushes with last gasp Leicester winner, 5 talking points. Manchester United 2-1 Leicester City. Harry Maguire headed home the winner against his former side to complete a rescue mission for the Red Devils as they advanced into the 5th round of the FA Cup. Manchester United narrowly avoided an FA Cup upset as they made hard work of seeing off Leicester City in the 4th round, thanks to former Fox Harry Maguire. The holders produced a poor first-half showing and found themselves trailing as Bobby de Cordova-Reid's close-range header put the Foxes, led by Ruud van Nistelrooy, ahead. Leicester have only won 2 games on the road all season, but were looked to take advantage of a United side that continue to struggle. Ruben Amorim's decision to introduce Alejandro Garnacho at half-time proved an inspired choice, and he was instrumental in Joshua Zirkzee's equalizer's Dutchman, who scored the winning penalty when the Red Devils knocked out Arsenal last month, got the Red Devils level with 20 minutes remaining. United took until the second of 3 added minutes to finally win the game as Maguire headed home from a Bruno Fernandes free kick, despite looking to be offside, with no VAR to deny the hosts. Here's the talking points from an eventful night in Manchester. Too often this term United have been reactive, not proactive, and that proved to be the case once again on Friday night. Rewind a few weeks to the Southampton win. The Saints, without an away win all year, were leading until the final stages before eventually losing 3-1. It was a case of United papering over the cracks, saving themselves from some seriously unwanted headlines. And that was the case on Friday night as the Red Devils managed to avoid an FA Cup exit to a team in the Premier League's relegation zone. Hey, maybe into the 5th round of the FA Cup, but the showing at Old Trafford, not for the first time, underwhelmed and provided us asking more questions than answers. Garnacho underlines his worth. To think they were open to his sale last month. Garnacho has seen his form and attitude questioned in the past, but without him, United would almost certainly be digesting a shock exit from the FA Cup. He was introduced at half-time. Deployed in the wingback role he's still getting used to. Amorin admitted recently the Argentine was getting more comfortable in the role, and Garnacho brought pace and a directness that the United attack was seriously lacking. Only a stunning block stopped him scoring. He was instrumental in the equalizer, and whilst he may not be part of the future long-term, he's certainly one of their brightest lights right now. The struggles of the FA Cup holder in the last 15 years only once have the winners of the FA Cup gone, and won it again 12 months later. Arsenal lifted the trophy in 2014 and followed it up with another success the following season. But otherwise, teams who claim the trophy at Wembley have been unable to back it. Manchester City came close back in May, but it was this United side who stunned them and ended their hopes of winning the competition again. The Red Devils are aiming to buck the trend this term, but have already faced a scare. Dorge's debut cut short Patrick Dagu was the only major arrival in the January transfer window, coming in from Leeds for £25 million. The Dane is a natural wingback, which was something sorely missing from the United squad as they attempt to make a success of Amorim's 3-4-3 system. Dorgu was thrown straight in for his debut, and his pace was quickly evident. But he was part of a United team who were labeled shocking in the opening 45 minutes by Roy Keane. Clearly, Amorim had seen enough and hooked his new arrival at the interval, bringing on Garnacho, which wasn't a glowing reflection of his first outing. Ruud van Nistelrooy was back at Old Trafford, where he spent a brief spell as interim boss this season. Van Nistelrooy was synonymous with red whilst he was in England. He was prolific during his 5 years in Manchester and went from assistant coach to interim boss. Van Nistelrooy enjoyed a short stint in charge before Amorim arrived. During that brief period, he twice came up against the Foxes, winning both times. He helped secure a 5-2 win against Leicester in the Carabao Cup, which was his first game. He backed them up a fortnight later with a 3-0 win. Now his loyalties are with the team in blue, and in fixtures involving Leicester and United, he was looking to record his 3rd victory in a matter of months, but was eventually undone. Ian Wright and Roy Keane disagreed over Marcus Rashford's move to Aston Villa. Roy Keane and Ian Wright argue over Marcus Rashford's Manchester United exit, Marcus Rashford moved on loan to Aston Villa after his position at Manchester United became unsustainable, but Roy Keane has questioned the destination he chose as a result. Roy Keane was left perplexed by Marcus Rashford's decision to move on loan to Aston Villa, as Ian Wright defend the Star's Manchester United exit. Rashford made the move to Villa Park near the end of the transfer window, as Unai Emery's side agreed a loan deal that could see the forward complete a £40 million permanent move in the summer. The Midlands side emerged as a late contender to sign the 27-year-old who had been expected to complete a transfer abroad. Initially, however, Rashford's representatives had engaged in talks with Barcelona, AC Milan, and Borussia Dortmund over a move. The financial obligations of completing a deal appeared to make any loan to Europe difficult. Keane questioned whether a move that kept Rashford in the Premier League could reinvigorate the struggling star. The former United captain indicated United's stature made it difficult to see how Villa could offer a new spark. It is sad, but has been on the cards the last year or two. Clearly they didn't get on, said Keane on ITV. The strange things is I thought he'd go abroad for a new adventure, but to go to Villa surprised me. If he has lost the hunger at United, how is he going to get it at Aston Villa? Former Arsenal striker Wright had a different take, however. The Gunners legend defended Rashford's decision and highlighted that Villa are currently achieving more in the Premier League and in Europe. If he can go there and recapture his form, he is a good player. We will see. Everyone talks about body language. When you lose the hunger, it is hard to get it back, Keane retorted. You can't compare Aston Villa to Man United. How can he have the hunger there if he doesn't have it at United? Wright replied, he has done great for United here, but maybe it is time to leave. Keane simply reinforced his point. I thought he'd go abroad for a new environment, he said. He will still be based in Manchester, still have his crew around him. Whatever. Rashford could make his Aston Villa debut in the FA Cup this weekend against Tottenham. Today he trained fantastic. Tomorrow again, Sunday match, Emery said in his press conference. We will enjoy each step, and then the future is only building with the present.